Your hard work is quietly ruining your entire corporate career. In almost every office, good performance actually erases its own evidence. When you fix problems before they explode, there is no fire. Managers never reward a massive disaster that did not happen. Instead, the system just learns that you are always available. This convenient trap quietly turns dedicated stars into invisible, exhausted workers. Soon, your cold silence becomes the only boundary you have left. Here is why your quietness is a manager's absolute worst nightmare. Most professionals enter their jobs believing that fairness eventually catches up. They assume that silently solving issues is the best way to prove value. However, years inside high-level compensation rooms reveal a completely different story. A corporate system does not remember your sacrifices the way you do. You vividly remember the weekend you sacrificed to rescue a failing project. To the database, that sacrifice is just a new expectation of constant weekend availability. You expect a reward for preventing a massive fire from breaking out. Instead, they just expect you to keep catching these errors for free. This silence sets up a dangerous cycle where your value slowly disappears. The better you perform, the more people assume your job is easy. They do not see the hours of quiet troubleshooting happening behind the scenes. They only see a normal, quiet day with absolutely no complaints. You keep quietly absorbing last-minute requests to keep the peace. You keep covering for the unproductive teammates who never pull their weight. You tell yourself this is what being highly valuable looks like. In reality, you are just proving to them how useful you are. The dangerous line between valued and useful becomes clear during your breaking point. It usually begins when you finally say no to an extra assignment. You use those simple words to protect your heavily strained mental peace. Instantly, the entire mood of the corporate office shifts against you. The manager who called you dependable last week now calls you difficult. Your work has not changed, but you are no longer highly convenient. Leaders who value your actual work will respect your personal boundaries. Leaders who only value your constant availability will punish your boundaries. No workplace ever announces that its promotion system is completely unfair. Instead, they show it to you through who they protect and reward. The lazy coworker who misses deadlines is labeled relaxed and highly collaborative. The toxic networker gets promoted while doing almost no actual heavy lifting. Meanwhile, you receive critical feedback about your tone for pointing out risks. You remember all the warnings about sustainability that they chose to ignore. They told you they heard you and promised to revisit it later. That gentle delay was proof that your daily strain was affordable. So you quietly stop handing out free insights to ungrateful leaders. The managers misinterpret this quietness as peaceful satisfaction with the job. They do not see the invisible cracks widening behind the corporate walls. Then, they ask you to train the person who got your promotion. In that cold second, a final permanent thought arrives in your mind. You realize you are completely done trying for people who ignore you. You do not scream, make a scene, or write an angry email. You simply take back your care and start doing exactly your job. The corporate world calls this quiet quitting to shift the blame. But locking your door is not stealing. It is basic self-defense. This cold emotional distance is far more permanent than normal burnout. Burnout is tired exhaustion that still hopes for a better tomorrow. Emotional distance means you have completely stopped caring about the outcome. Your body shows up to hit deadlines, but your spirit is gone. When the high performer quietly checks out, the entire office suffers. The unwritten standard drops, and years of undocumented knowledge silently walk out. An angry employee is safe because they are still actively fighting. A silent employee is terrifying because they have already accepted reality. They are quietly calculating the absolute minimum needed to avoid trouble. If you are in this quiet stage, do not become careless. Keep your professional standards high to protect your own future career. Stop absorbing organizational problems that you did not create or cause. Redirect that massive, wasted corporate energy back into your own life. Build your skills, update your resume, and construct your exit plan.